So next one is I selected atherosclerosis as a risk. Actually, real risk factor to cause atherosclerosis is not LDL cholesterol, but the small dense LDL cholesterol. I want to explain. There are more than 95% of the medical doctors still believe LDL cholesterol is a risk factor, but it's not true. First, I have to explain what is small dense LDL cholesterol. As a carrier of the fat, we know the four categories. One is the chylomicron, and second one VLDL. Both are carrier of the triglyceride, and the LDL and the HDL is a carrier of the cholesterol. So then we have to divide the LDL cholesterol into two groups: large dense LDL cholesterol and small dense LDL cholesterol. And the particle size of the small dense LDL cholesterol should be less than the 25.5 nanometer. The reason that already many scientific reports is available to show the real risk factor is the small dense LDL cholesterol. Only one I want to choose. I choose and I want to explain. This is a analytical data for the 10,000 healthy people and coronary heart disease patients. You see the LDL cholesterol level, healthy people and the patient does not have any difference. And in case of large dense LDL cholesterol, you can see that there are no significant difference, but the healthy people has a little bit higher. The problem is the small dense LDL cholesterol. You can see that compared to the healthy people, patient has much higher. So this means small dense LDL cholesterol is really a real factor for the disease. So the measurement of the small dense LDL cholesterol is essentially required. If your LDL cholesterol level is the range of the 130 milligram per deciliter, in many cases you believe I'm okay, but it's not true. Depending upon small dense LDL cholesterol level, there are two types of people develop their coronary disease or who do not. The reason is in case of 130 milligram per deciliter, small dense LDL is 20 milligram per deciliter. That means less the 110 milligram is the large dense LDL. In this case, you are healthy. But if the small dense LDL is higher than 35 milligram per deciliter, let me say they are 50 milligram per deciliter. In this case, the LDL cholesterol is large dense LDL. Then you will have a very high risk to cause atherosclerosis. That's why measurement of the small dense LDL cholesterol is essentially required. So this is a mechanism why the atherosclerosis caused. In case of the large dense LDL cholesterol flow directly through the blood vessel, whereas small dense LDL cholesterol is passed through the vessel wall due to the small size and easily turned into the oxidized LDL. Then, where they are phagocytosed by the macrophages and become home cell, which cause atheroma. The atheroma built up plaque, narrowing blood vessel, causing atherosclerosis. This was mechanism we know. Alpha-cyclodextrin is the special dietary fiber that can reduce small dense LDL cholesterol. Here are the third findings: absorption, inhibition, and carbohydrate and lipid by the alpha-cyclodextrin in small intestine. To understand the mechanism to reduce the small dense LDL by the alpha-cyclin intake, I have to explain the suppression of the fat absorption by the alpha-cyclin and also their blood sugar level. First, suppression of the fat absorption. Here, human study, two human study, both we have to consider why. First human study is why blood cholesterol level is reduced by intake of the alpha-cyclin. Here, cyclodextrin conference, everyone knows that their cholesterol is fit well with beta-cyclodextrin cavity. So, but in this case, the cholesterol, that's why the cholesterol cannot be encapsulated by the alpha-cyclodextrin because the cavity is small. So but actually here, this is human study. By taking 6 grams of the alpha-cyclodextrin a day for a month, and cholesterol level could be reduced significantly here. Why is that? Then we elucidated mechanism. Then reported in 17th International Cyclodextrin Symposium held in Germany in year 2014. To explain the detail, again, it is a long time, so I want to use again the video, so skipping this data, and here, using a video in small intestine. Bile acid missile is available to promote cholesterol absorption in the small intestine. So this bile acid missile, resting in the bile acid missile play an important role for the absorption of the cholesterol. And when food containing cholesterol is coming in a small intestine, cholesterol is effectively incorporated into the bile acid missile with the presence of the lectin. Then cholesterol is solubilized and absorbed into the body well. But in the presence of the alpha-cyclin encapsulates lectin and precipitate in the bile acid missile and makes bile acid missile incomplete. Under the situation, if the food containing cholesterol is coming, cholesterol cannot be incorporated in the bile acid missile because incomplete. So that's why alpha-cyclodextrin prevents absorption of the cholesterol into the body. This was the mechanism. So here, again, the chemistry, the alpha-cyclodextrin and lectin has a good chemistry compatibility we found. So next, why 1 gram of the alpha-cyclodextrin inhibit absorption of the as much as 9 grams of triglyceride? This was a question from the human study. Because 1-by-1 complex, in this case, molecular weight of alpha-cyclodextrin is higher than the triglyceride. So but the human study is available here, and after calculation, 1 gram of the actually alpha-cyclodextrin intake reduced 9 grams of the triglyceride. The reason we found is because of the micelle formation and increasing the micelle missile. Again, I want to use just a video to brief explanation here. In small intestine, triglyceride is entering, and usually a lipase is available to hydrolyze the triglyceride and hydrolyze the fatty acid solubilized into the body. This is a normal absorption way. And but in case in the presence of the alpha-cyclodextrin, the triglycerides can be encapsulated, but only one of the 3 fatty acids are in. That means lipophilic part and hydrophilic part both are in complex. That's why making a micelle. And then from the outside, the triglyceride is incorporated into the micelle. So then micelle becoming larger. Then if lipase is coming, lipase cannot react with the inside of the triglyceride. So next one is suppression of the blood sugar level by the alpha-cyclosin. The human study, the inhibition of the postprandial blood glucose elevation when consuming carbohydrate meal. The alpha-cyclosin can do that, but not only alpha-cyclosin, but the other dietary fiber also have the inhibition effect. This is because of amylase enzyme inhibition. So they are not only alpha-cyclosin, but the other dietary fiber. But the alpha-cyclosin inhibit not only carbohydrate but glucose. Their inhibition of the postprandial blood glucose elevation. They are when consuming glucose. The glucose is the smallest molecule, so they should be absorbed in any case, with or without carbohydrate, because no necessity to decompose, they are hydrolyzed. But the alpha-cyclosin has good effect to reduce the blood glucose elevation. What is that? And here we did not know, but the Chiba University's group elucidated the mechanism here. They are using our findings. Already I told the formation of the lectin alpha-cyclosin complex in the intestinal fluid, giving suppression of the cholesterol absorption. Then using these findings, they evaluated the gene activation, SREBP2, related to the cholesterol metabolism and cholesterol secretion from the pancreas. Then inhibit glucogenesis in the liver. This is a mechanism we found. So, because we know the suppression effect of the alpha-cyclosin, then now I can explain about the reduction of the small dense LDL cholesterol. Human study is available here at the NIH, National Institute of Health in US. They are reported small dense LDL cholesterol can be reduced by the alpha-cyclosin intake. So there are two causes for the formation of the small dense LDL. That is insulin resistance and also the large amount of the high triglyceride. So as you can see, that there are no other dietary fiber, but only alpha-cyclosin is effective because of the inclusion phenomenon. One is the formation of the lectin alpha-cyclosin complex in this intestinal fluid, already explained, suppressing blood glucose elevation, improve the insulin resistance. Then the other one is formation of triglyceride alpha-cyclosin complex followed by the mast cells, suppress triglyceride absorption, reduce blood triglyceride level. So that's why alpha-cyclosin can reduce the small dense LDL cholesterol. So actually there is an effect of the decreasing atherosclerosis by the alpha-cyclosin using ApoE knockout mice, which is used as atherosclerosis model. You can see low-fat diet group. In case of the high-fat diet, Western diet group has much higher atherosclerotic region. They are very high. But the high-fat diet, Western diet, if you take together with alpha-cyclosin, then you can see the level is the almost same of the low-fat diet. But beta-cyclosin and inulin, such a dietary fiber cannot be seen the same effect. So I talked about small dense LDL cholesterol. And in the beginning, I talked about adiponectin. This is related. The adiponectin amount has a negative correlation with small dense LDL cholesterol. Human studies available. Intake of the alpha-cyclin reducing small dense LDL. Already I told. But in this case, adiponectin could be increased. Actually, there is a report. Diabete, using a diabete. Here, diabete participants were randomized to the alpha-cyclin intake active group and the placebo group. Then each participant took the 20 milligram meal with or without 2 grams of alpha-cyclin 3 times a day. That means 6 grams a day for a month. Then adiponectin level was, you can see, significantly increased in the alpha-cyclin intake group. That means intake of the alpha-cyclin reducing small dense LDL and increasing adiponectin level. That means prevention of not only the atherosclerosis but also the diabetes.